This video is for the woman who is wanting to find sacred union and wanting to connect on a deep emotional less level to build a healthy partnership, a conscious healthy partnership. And this is what I want to share with you from my own experience and my own journey this year of having to confront myself in very, very real and raw ways. So the phrase be the energy you want to attract cannot be more true. And unless you can see and unless you really open yourself to your unconscious fears, patterns, beliefs, and assumptions that are shaping your reality, your ego will tell you the man is unavailable, he's emotionally unavailable, he's avoidant, he's not stepping up, I'm the prize. Like all of these conventional um Instagram dating stuff is just actual noise. And what you really need to do is really tune into yourself. So at the beginning of the year, the Ghost of Lovers Past number 3 came back, and I had a deep, deep surge of desire for him. My desire has not subsided. It's a deep, heartfelt desire. But when he first came back, he awakened in me my sexual energy, which for some of you who know that I have been celibate for 5 years until I came back, until we reconnected. But what happened was, and now I thought after all this time of doing inner work, what happened for me was I have transformed and evolved deeply this year. I didn't realize how much healing I had to do around the masculine, how much fear I held in my body around safety around the masculine. And this, I kept coming at it from the idea that he needs to create emotional safety. I'm being anxiously attached because he's not creating emotional safety. But what was really happening was he was reacting to my energy. My energy wasn't emotionally safe. So it was, he couldn't move towards me and step up because my energy was broadcasting all sorts of things, which then he was responding to and reacting to. So together, we were both coming, and both of us were operating from our wounded selves. Um, I have, the more I've created energetic sovereignty within myself, I'm seeing the shift in the dynamic where we got to the point where he ghosted me and wouldn't respond, and that was it. Where now it's like we're opening our connection again. And it's because of the depth of work that I have done on myself. So be the energy you want to attract. So I was really, I was, I thought that I was, being secure, that I was emotionally intelligent. And yeah, I am. But in that dynamic and in that context, the gift of the connection for me was the opportunity to really be able to see what was going on underneath. What were the unconscious in my body, unconscious fears and memories and emotions that were stored. So I had to go and revisit my relationship with the masculine and with the father figure and really look at what had shaped my relationship patterns all throughout my life. And at the truth and the foundational truth is that my own internal masculine was not secure or safe either. And through the mirroring of our relationship, I've been able to see and to start really, really deeply healing, and create that internal union within myself. The thing that I have spent most of my time doing is shifting the fear stored in my body and the beliefs. So there were beliefs around the idea that he needs to lead, he needs to lead. And but a man isn't going to lead when you yourself are unstable. When you're creating, like, so for example, I realized that I was operating with disorganized attachment. So someone with disorganized attachment things will play out where it's so in my previous life I was very, very avoidant, and I had worked on that because I was deeply aware of that. My I had prevented myself from going deep and having effective intimate partnerships because my work was always more important, because I didn't want to lose my freedom. I felt um engulfed and oppressed, and I really independence and autonomy and all of those things were deeply, deeply important values for me up until the last few years, where I've done all my work around, and so to meet with him and then suddenly I'm now pushing onto him and acting in a very entitled way, putting a lot of expectations on this guy when really I was operating in a way that was completely unacceptable. And where he was trying to say things like, let's slow things down, let's slow things down. And I was like in this urgency, no, I want commitment. No, da, 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 I can't feel safe if. It's like super giving my power away. And what I've now discovered over the last few months is that as I've created that internal safety within myself, I don't seek the man to do that for me because I'm coming with that. And that shifts the dynamic. Other things like walk away and don't settle, and these very black and white concepts don't really work when you're both kind of bruised souls, to use his phrase as well. Um, because we are multifaceted beings, we're multidimensional, and if you are, I'm just trying to convey ideas like so. Trying to control, I found myself trying to control the relationship, and that's rooted in fear. It's rooted in fear. Trying to push commitment really, really, really quickly. It's things like this have to be earned and built and developed over time with trust, and you can really enjoy somebody and be present with the experience when you just come heart to heart and soul to soul and look at a man in his soul and accept that man. And another pattern that was coming through was, oh, I need to fix him. And then maybe, this could work. And it's none of that is going to work. So what you need to do is really come into yourself and really explore what is going on, what is happening on a nervous system level. And that kind of work goes deep. And this is the kind of work that I'm working with women right now on to help them to look at what their true subconscious beliefs are and from there begin to create this deep, empowered, safe, energetic body. And from there, things start to shift and tuning into your own inner voice, tuning into your own heart,